my setup might like start dropping in a little bit because the light that I'm using on my camera is a little bit heavy. So if I'm out of frame or I'm stopping throughout the video, that is why. And I probably won't be going over all the products that I'm using either. This is more so of just like what I've been up to, a life update in terms of like motherhood, things that I've been doing to work out, racing, and all that kind of stuff. So I have a mirror in front of me and I need to get ready to go somewhere, so I figured I'd turn on the camera and we could just hang out together and talk. So first and foremost, you guys are probably going to notice that my hair is different. Well, maybe you'll notice, I don't know. And that is because I took out my extensions. When we had the hurricane roll through a couple months ago, I guess that's like kind of a month ago now, I decided to take out my extensions, but also it was time to like move them up in my appointment. No, this is what happened. So I was supposed to get them moved up and I went into labor and I had Grant, obviously. So I had to like push back the appointment and my hair was so outgrown by the time it had come. And then the hurricane came and we didn't have power or water. And I was like, that's it. They're just too high maintenance. And my mom actually took them out for me. So shout out to my mom. Thanks, Mom, for helping me out with that. And I'm glad that I did take them out because it was just too much with the baby. I mean, I washed my hair once a week as it was, which might not sound like a lot, but I had to like blow dry it because I can't go to, you know, bed with it wet, and it was just a whole ordeal, and it was just getting in the way, and it was getting snagged and pulled on it while I had like Grant on me. So I was like, that's it, I'm taking them out. And I mean, I had them for a solid like 3-ish years, I think. By the way, I did already prime my face and I moisturized as well. And I'm going in with the She Glam foundation. So I was like, that's it, I need to take them out. So I was literally sat at my mom's counter, kitchen counter, and we took them out one day. I was like, hey Dad, I need you to bring home some pliers. And he did, and we took them out, and I have not looked back since. So I have gone a little bit more natural with my hair. So this is like the length of my hair. It has grown, like, I'm kind of shocked. It has grown quite a bit, and I think that's thanks to the prenatal vitamins that I've been taking. But also, you know, with the baby, I still wash my hair once a week, but it's just like so much less work and less maintenance, and I'm enjoying this now. So what she did was she went ahead and she basically dyed it darker, and then she put in, it's called like a money piece. So she put in a money piece out front, and then she pulled through, I don't know what she did, but it looks good in my opinion. Obviously it looks good because my hairdresser is amazing. She did a great job, and I've actually really been enjoying it. I don't think I've been this dark in a long time, so that is my hair update. I will probably put my extensions back in because they just give me a sense of like this confidence that I otherwise do not have. And I know it's very materialistic of me to say like, oh yeah, my extensions like make me feel good about myself, but at the end of the day they do. So I'm gonna get them put back in, I'm sure of it. But for right now, we're enjoying this moment. What else is new? I'm going in with my concealer from Morphe. I've had this stuff for a long time. So what else is new? Racing. We're back to racing. I did my first enduro since having Grant the other day. I was very humbled by the whole experience, let me tell you. I have not been active physically. I've not been working out. And, you know, no sane person says, oh, let me sign up for this 60-mile enduro. But I do. Yeah. It actually didn't go that bad, though. I finished third, and when you look at the lap times, I wasn't too far off. I mean, I was kind of far off, but not. It was like seconds. I think I put down the fastest lap time in my class on test 1, and I was actually really shocked when I saw that. I was like, you go girl. You haven't been on a bike for like, I don't know, close to a year, and you put down one of the fastest lap time on test 1 out of my whole class. I was like, Had I known that I was doing decent, I probably would have pushed myself. I probably would have regretted it, but I am competitive, but I'm also not competitive at the same time. Like when you know you're doing well and you like want to push yourself and do well because you'll know you'll finish better and you have a little bit more energy in you. But by test 5, that all went down the drain because I literally could not hang on to my dirt bike. So at the end of the day, had I worked out, I think I could have done better. But it wasn't that bad, and I actually had a lot of fun. It was really nice to like see all of our friends and be back at the track with everyone, so that was cool. And I actually don't have my setting powder here. I wanted to use this Bare Minerals stuff, but I haven't opened it yet, and it's kind of hard to open. Okay, I'm back again with the, you know, the Maybelline Super Stay powder, and I've really been enjoying setting my makeup with like one of these sponge applicators. I just got it on Amazon and it came in like a 6-pack. I gave half to my sister and then I kept the other 3, and just does a really great job like setting my makeup. But anyway, where were we? We were talking about racing. So yeah, the enduro, very humbling experience, but I was really proud of myself for finishing 3rd and for hanging on to the bike for as long as I did. For being off the bike for a year, that's not like terrible. The next race coming up is a hare scramble. I haven't been like very fond of hare scrambles since Max passed away. I just like stopped having fun at them, so I stopped doing them pretty much. And I think the last few before I got pregnant that I did were, I raced Sportsman, so I mean, that's not like competitive. Anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna do the upcoming race in Bartow. Who am I kidding? I probably will because I do miss riding. But I have been trying to go to Croom like once a week with my dad or with my sister or with somebody, so that way I could get some seat time. So that's something that I've really been enjoying lately, riding again. So like Jake doesn't enjoy riding for fun. I more so enjoy that. So he'll like watch the baby. Like last week he watched the baby. I went to Croom and he doesn't mind watching the baby, and he does a really great job. Like he sends me updates, and I'm nursing and I'm also pumping, so I normally just like pump out a couple of bottles so that way he has something to feed him while I'm gone. But he's a really good dad. I'm really proud of him. I mean, I'm not shocked or surprised by that because he grew up in such a large family, but he is just a great dad, and I'm really appreciative of him also respecting that I need like me time, and you know, I'm with the baby every day since I'm still on maternity leave, and that's another update. So it's nice to get like a little bit of me time and friend time, and he's really, really awesome about that. I just put on my Milani bronzer, and then I'm just putting that on the crease of my eyelids. This really should be like a 5-minute makeup situation, but I don't know. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about postpartum and body image. I gained 50 pounds when I was pregnant. 50. That's a lot of weight. And it's slowly been coming off. I think you can probably like see it in my face. At least I can see it in my face, so I feel like maybe other people can see it in my face too. Obviously I brought in a beautiful child into this world and it was like super worth it, but I was not prepared. I thought I'd be one of those girls that only gained like 30 pounds. I gained 50. Granted, I didn't watch what I eat to a certain extent, but I also wasn't eating like ice cream every day and saying, well, I'm eating for 2, you know what I mean? So when I gained those 50 pounds, that was kind of a bummer. It got to a point where I would go in for my checkups with my doctor and I'd just be like, I don't want to look at the scale. Like, please don't even tell me the number. And I think that they probably hear that all the time. So I'm finally starting to lose that weight. Obviously my gym routine is completely different because I used to go to the gym every morning and I used to go to spin class very regularly, and that is gone because I can't go because now I have the baby. My gym does have daycare, which is really nice, but I think Grant is a little too young for that. I mean, not that they don't watch young kids like that, they do, but I don't feel comfortable putting him in daycare yet. So not even for an hour. It'd be different if I could like have him, you know, next to me while I do these HIIT workouts. I used to go to this class. It was called My Zone. And it was really awesome because it's like HIIT inspired / CrossFit inspired. So you do like different rounds of these different exercises, and then you move around the studio. It was a really great workout. But because I have Grant, I can no longer go to that. And even like going to the gym consistently, I can't do it because I'm on Jake's time. Sometimes he goes out after work and does estimates, and he's not home until 7 p.m. By then, I don't feel like working out and after I eat dinner. So what I've kind of been doing is I ended up buying a spin bike, a Schwinn. It's very similar to the Peloton without the price tag. I thought, like, I'm not going to spend $1,500 on the Peloton, even though I know I like to spin. So I ended up finding a spin bike on Facebook Marketplace for like $100. I bought that, and then I just stream the Peloton workouts, or I stream like YouTube videos for spin class. And I like that because I can do it at my own time. I set up Grant. I'll enter a photo of what I do. But I set up Grant and his little bouncer in front of me so I can see him. If he cries, I can nurse him, or I can calm him down, or I can give him his pacifier. And that's been working out really well for me because, like I said, it's on my own time and I can do it whenever I want. So in the mornings we go on like a 20-minute walk. Then I go to the shop. That's where I have it set up. I go into the shop. I turn on the air conditioning because we have an air conditioned shop. And then I'll turn on my like little workout, and then I'll spin for, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then I do a couple of circuits. And what I've really been enjoying, there's this influencer that I follow. I've followed her for years, for like 8 years or something. She goes by the name Simply Manders, and I'll link her IG handle below. But I've followed her for years, and she's a CrossFitter. So she does CrossFit styled workouts on her app, and her app is very inexpensive. I think it's $100 and you have access to it for the whole year. And she's not one of those, like, I feel ashamed for saying this, but like, she's not one of those influencers that's like, oh, my 6-week, 4-week booty program, you know, it'll get your booty popping or something. She's not like that. She's really cool. She's really into nutrition, and she's just like a normal person, and she's relatable. Like, she talks about makeup, she talks about like lifestyle stuff. Anyway, I ended up buying her app, and that's kind of what I've been doing. And it's also really nice the way that it's set up. It shows you like the different circuits, and then you can tick them off as you go, and she's got like different timers. Like I said, I'll link it in the description box below, but that's what I've really been enjoying doing. That's kind of been my routine. So in the mornings, we'll walk, we'll spin, and then I'll wrap up my workout with like a little weight session. So that's kind of what I've been doing it there. What else? I'm like so out of shape. I tried to do crunches this morning. That's another story. But I am holding myself accountable by trying to be consistent, and I know that the weight is going to eventually come off. I think I have 15 more pounds to go to be where I was pre-pregnancy, which really isn't that bad. And I know most people say it takes like a year or so to get the weight off. I'm finally at the point where I'm starting to feel more comfortable in my skin, and my clothes are starting to fit better. So, I mean, I can fit into my old clothes, but they're obviously tight. The one thing that I couldn't fit into was my riding gear. And I should have prepared myself a little bit better mentally to not fit into my riding gear, but that was a sad time. I thought, oh, it's not going to be a big deal, but it did hurt my feelings when I couldn't fit into my own riding gear, right? Because if it's like a little bit looser, and when you can't get it over your leg, it just sucks. So anyway, I ended up sizing up in my riding pants so I could fit into them. But the other day I went riding this past Sunday, and I put on the bigger pants that I had bought, and they fit a little bit looser. So I got really excited about that. I think it's slowly coming off, and I'm hopefully going down the right path. And nutrition is really important too. I haven't been eating junk I mean, Thanksgiving just happened, and I did indulge a little bit, but I didn't go overboard, so I am watching what I eat. And I was going to talk about work too. So right now I'm on maternity leave, like I said, and I go to work next week. So I got 6 weeks off for my mat leave, which, by the way, in the United States is not crap. I mean, 6 weeks to be at home with your newborn, unreasonable and unrealistic. So I ended up taking additional time off. I think I took an additional 4 weeks to that. Yeah, 10 weeks total. And I'm glad that I took it, because now I do feel somewhat ready to go to work. But I also don't feel ready, because I still feel like the 10 weeks was not enough time. I mean, Grant's sleeping in the bassinet next to the bed, and he is almost sleeping through the night. He's only up at 4 a.m. to feed once, and then once he eats, he goes back to sleep. So that's kind of another thing that I've been doing. Sorry, this is like all over the place. But like in the evenings, I'll pre-pump bottles so it's faster for me to feed him. That way he can go straight to sleep and I can get more sleep. And then during the day I nurse. So that's kind of what I've been doing there. And that way he also takes the bottle when Jake's watching him, right? Because you hear a lot of times like babies don't take bottles, or some parents have a difficult time taking bottles. I feel very lucky that he takes bottles and he'll also take the boob. So that's kind of been nice. But anyway, next week I go back to work, and a part of me is ready to go back to work, but then the other part of me is like totally not ready to go back to work. Like mentally, I'm excited to go back to work, but I don't want to, how do I say this? I don't want to like put too much on my plate at the end of the day. Like I don't want to be working long hours like I was working before. And obviously, like, I'm a salaried employee, and that's not, like, I don't get overtime, but also I make good money. So anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that, like, now that I have a baby, I do want to spend a lot more time with my baby. So that's that. I think that's kind of like it for makeup. I don't really feel like putting on anything else. Oh, I need to share with you guys. So I picked up the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush collection. I picked it up at like Marshall's, and it came in like a whole gift box set. I've been loving it. It came with really good quality brushes. Would I purchase it for full price? No, absolutely not. But I would purchase it for like the $30 or the $40 that I spent on it. I would. So we covered fitness. We covered like motherhood. Oh, motherhood. Motherhood is just awesome. Like, I love it. It's so great. There's obviously testing times. Like, sometimes he just has a fit, and I wish he could talk and tell me what was wrong so I could help him. But other than that, and he's not a fussy baby. He's a really good baby. Like I said, he almost sleeps through the night. He only is up at like once at 4 a.m. and then he's up again at like 7 a.m. to feed. And I really, knock on wood, I'm like terrified for the 4-month sleep regression that everybody talks about. That is like terrible. I hope we don't go through that. We probably will. But Lucy didn't go through it, my sister. So I'm really hoping that I don't go through it either. So that's that. And then, oh, I didn't tell you guys. Maybe I'll put like more eyeshadow or something on my face so you guys have something to watch. I lost my engagement ring. I'm like so sad to even talk about it. I cried when it happened, but I was cleaning my gutters and it's somewhere in the grass. The stone fell out of my ring. I was like hysterical. I called Jake. I was like, I just lost my ring. He's like, it's fine. I'm like, it's not fine. It's absolutely not fine. So I ended up getting a new ring. That's like the update there. I'm so excited for Christmas, Grant's first Christmas. Like, so excited. Even though I don't think we're like doing presents or anything like that. I mean, he's not old enough to open up presents. I also need to get my nails. I need to do my nails because I do my nails at home. I dip them at home. But my nails look like a hot mess express. Like, this one's broken on my thumb. I don't even have my nail. My work phone is going off. Like I said, I'm still on mat leave. I go back next week. But yesterday I was like, I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to like log into our system, set my phone up. And now, of course, throughout the day, I'm like reading my emails. I'm like, Monica, stop it. You don't go back until Monday. Cut it out. So that's that. But I am excited to go back to my team. I really do miss them. I just put some sparkly stuff on my eyelid, but I think that's really it. I don't know how long this vlog is gonna be. I've sat down, you know, when I went on mat leave, I'm like, I'm gonna catch up on all these like YouTube videos. I'm gonna pre-record and film everything. No, I didn't do any of that because Grant, I'm a really bad mom in the sense that I don't keep track of his naps. So people will be like, well, what are his wake windows or what are his naps? I'm like, I don't keep track of it. He just falls asleep when he falls asleep. And then he's up and then he eats. All he does is eat, sleep, poop, and repeat, you know? Like, and I'm not gonna monitor his naps. Like, the only time that I wake him up from his nap or I make sure that he's not taking a nap is like in the evening time when it's right before he goes to bed. And like I said, he sleeps like almost 12 hours, 11 hours for that one feeding. So like he'll go down at 7 and he'll be up at 7 and he feeds only at like 4. And yeah, that's it for like 30 minutes, if that. And then we burp and then we like put him back to bed. So anyway, that's kind of been easy. So I'm not looking forward to the sleep regression, but he's slowly growing out of his bassinet. So that makes me a little bit nervous because then obviously I have to like transition him into a crib and he can't roll over yet. So I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyway, that's it for our chatty get ready with me video. I know I feel like I talked up a storm today. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I really like catching up with you. I'll record like one more video next week. I know I've been slacking on YouTube. It's because like my writing content does better and I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of who my audience is, but also I really enjoy like the makeup and the lifestyle videos. So I'll probably do a monthly favorites and I'll put that up, but I felt like hanging out with you guys and like filming, getting me ready. So that'll be this week's video. Next week I'll do a monthly favorites. Anyway, I'm so scatterbrained and all over the place. Oh, and we're going to the Woodsman Cup next week. I think it's next week. So that'll be really fun to film for you guys and I'm like really excited. It'll be my first time I'm away from Grant overnight. That part I'm not looking forward to because I think I might cry, like legitimately cry. But it'll still be fun, it'll still be worth it. And hopefully once he's older, we can take him with us. So anyway, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.